With this video, I'm going to point out some things um, that are remnants of another era within military dress, doctrine, deportment, what have you, and how much the Canadian forces, obviously, having descended, it actually wasn't the Canadian forces. That was after unification. Um, not that I pontificate about that as a historian, and but it's a real shindig, I tell you. Oh yeah, I bet you that was one of the best times to be in the Canadian military, right after Mulroney. The 1990s. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Anyways, um yeah. So let's go on with this.
So I'll be looking at the soldier from his forage cap, making sure that it's fitted to his head correctly, scanning my way down left and right to make sure that the pieces of accoutrements on his shoulder are correct, all the way down past his medal ribbons, making sure the badges are the...
Okay. So the cap, no sunglasses. It's pretty obvious. And then like sorry, not the wedge, but
By the left! Quick! Okay, as inspecting officer, I'll be looking...
I mean, I got distracted there. But anyways, the beret. You know how it's not easy to be on the parade square, and you have to keep the sun out of your eyes. You're squinting, your furrowed brows. It makes you look mean and intimidating. Only a savage wouldn't give someone a brim to keep the sun out of their eyes. Oh man, this is why Tilly hats are so popular. Oh gee, I wonder why. Anyways,
the soldier from his...
notice his glove, okay? Leather gloves. You ever slapped someone with a supple leather glove? It sticks to you. And it sticks to the other person. But obviously the person that's slapping doesn't feel it as much. Okay? And then the white belt indicates honor guard. The red sash is sentry, if I remember correctly. But I've worn the red sash a few times, but you know, I'm just a fucking discount war veteran. I got all the problems and none of the benefits. They didn't even accept me. Jesus. What a riot I would have had with other people if they did, you know? Hey, Canadian Forces, do you remember that time that I applied to be weapons tech on the F-18s and then you refused me? Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? I'm still mad about it.
forage cap, making sure that it's fitted to his head correctly, scanning my way down left and right to make sure that the pieces of accoutrements on his shoulder are correct, all the way down past his medal ribbons, making sure the badges or the buttons themselves have the crown facing uppermost to the white belt. The white belt is blancoed correctly and highly polished with the brasses, which you can see are the Mercian Regiment itself. The jacket fits the soldier correctly and it runs on...
Okay, and they're talking about the paste sticking and whatnot, you know, okay. Um, that was an absolute requirement. And it still is in a lot of ways to have a drill cane. You know, because you're not supposed to touch. That's just what I remember. Don't You can look, but you have to ask permission to touch. Oh my goodness. Um anyways, you got to remember in the era, a lot of these traditions come from the era where people were illiterate.
His trousers. The trousers should be highly creased, sitting on the second lace hole of the shoes. The shoes themselves are highly polished, making sure that the shine is to the front, highly glossed, and the soles of the shoes are also cleaned as well. Moving on to the paste stick itself, we then look at the paste stick. In the olden days, known as the caliper, every piece of shiny material on there has to be polished to a very high standard. From the top of the pay stick, some regiments have different colours, this being a fawn or light colour. The Guards sometimes have Canadian rosewood, which is a dark colour. Making sure it's clean, polished and serviceable.
Anyways, it was a really good visual aid. Amongst Reg Forest people, drill is not a priority, but they've got enough on their plate already. If I look at people who don't do very good drill, it's the police officers. But you know, they don't they don't have enough time to do it either. Anyways, this guy.
Left! Quick! March!
Stand at ease! Shouting words of command.
All right. I can teach these freaking people. Let's see. Not this one. Doody doody doo doo. I'm just messing around now. Fuck. Does he know what he's doing? Nope. But the yelling from the diaphragm, compress your abs. Right? The best drill people are obviously woodwinds or larger brass instruments. They make the best drill people. Not all of them are sergeants, you know. Okay, what else can I point out?
For these soldiers, the pressure is on. In just over 3 months' time, 1st Battalion Coldstream Guards will be taking part in the most important parade of the year. The regiment has been chosen to troop its colour in front of royalty and a worldwide audience at the Queen's birthday parade.
Like, this is all grand ceremony intended to intimidate. It is psychological warfare. As is the music, so is all of the whole thing. The presentation, the movements, the sharpness makes you look robotic, unnatural. But it's not as effective as it once was. Even with all of the coordination. Let's see. With their goddamn bicycles. I don't know. Just some weird stuff on my not my Facebook, on my YouTube. Yeah. I mean, I could be a consultant. That's probably what scares the shit out of people, is that Canadian cadets are very well educated, very smart for the most part. And yeah, don't forget about them.